We're going to be talking about fatal car crashes and how they happen, why they happen, and the frequency. There are a lot of areas and regions, particularly in the Midwest. Unfortunately, overall, in the Midwest, let's use, for example, Michigan, traffic fatalities are up 15% from 974 cars, accident-related deaths in 2018 to 1,123 in 2022. The same troubling trend is seen with pedestrians. Pedestrians are the most vulnerable, as well as bicyclists. Motorcyclist fatalities, lives due to drinking and driving are also there. And tell me where you're from. Tell me what state. Tell me what region. We're going to get into some interesting characteristics. Hello, how are you? How many fatality crashes happen each year in the United States? Nearly 43,000 people lose their lives due to fatal crashes in the U.S., but there's at least some grim hope. The actual deadly car crash is less than 1%. Let's dive into those numbers. In 2021, there was an estimated 6,102,936 police-related reports of accidents. Which state has the most crashes? It's Texas. They're driving fast. F-A-S-T. They're driving fast in Texas. Texas is the state with the most car accidents of 4,068. California is the second state with the most accidents of 3,983. Thank you, too. Fatal car accidents by state. I've already talked about that a little bit. Which type of car has the most fatal crashes? This would be very helpful. Muscle cars, those Hemis, those Trackhawks, those Mustangs, fast cars. Muscle cars are among the most deadly to drive. According to the newly released data of driver fatalities from the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, smaller cars are notable for muscle cars, top the list of the most driver deaths. What city has the most car crashes? That is Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland, the city, you have a percentage of 153% chance of having collision. Number two is Washington, D.C. You have a 142% likelihood of being in a collision. Number three is Boston, Massachusetts. You have 117%. And the last one is Los Angeles, California, with 82%. Which gender has the most accidents? By overwhelmingly, it is men. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration reports that men cause an average of 6.1 million accidents in the U.S. Women cause 4.4 million accidents per year. Males do 62% of the driving, but only cause 58% of accidents. So women do slightly cause more accidents per capita than men. Men do drive faster. Who gets into more accidents? Statistically shows males get into more accidents than every female. Men cause about 1.6 million. What age is the safest to drive? Because I know a lot of my viewers, you're not over 60, you're in that 17 to about 55-year age group. If you're there in the chat, tell me how old you are. Tell me what state you're from. Tell me what country you're from. Tell me what car you drive. As of the safest drivers, between 60 and 69, N-I-N-E. are the safest among other groups. Excuse me. 22. Florida. Thank you. Overall, people become safer drivers as they get older. So this is why, Miss Jackson, we need to get you going, right? The more you drive, the sooner you drive, the more likely you are. And you're in Florida, Miss Jackson. Let's talk about you for a second. You're not going to have snow. I'm in the Midwest. We have snow. It's cold. It's 28 degrees. We have snow outside and ice, right? Overall, people become safer drivers as they get older, becoming safer as they enter their 60s. However, when drivers enter age 70, health conditions begin to interfere with their driving abilities. This is why we have to take grandma and grandpa's license, which is a very tough choice. What state is the safest state? There are 10 states with the fewest accidents. Alaska, California, Vermont, got Mississippi in the house, thank you, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, Montana, Washington. These are among the states with the fewest accidents. Who causes the most accidents? It would be surprising. Men get into more accidents, traffic violations, DUIs, and are far more responsible for a higher number of car crashes than women. However, on average, men also drive more miles. I'm a driver's education instructor. I'm male. The likelihood of me getting into an accident is greater. Number one, I'm a male. Number two, I'm a driver's ed instructor. I drive more miles. So on average, I drive anywhere from 150 to about 275 miles a day in the summer. And that's every day. That's a lot of driving. Although there are roughly 1 million more licensed female drivers than male drivers, men approximately drive 40% more. Make sure you have the right email. I leave it when this goes off. Put your email in there. I will email you guys. I promise. I will email you. Okay? We talked about what state has the safest drivers. New Jersey. New Jersey has the safest drivers with few fatal accidents and few fatalities from speeding and impaired driving. They probably have very strict laws. Law enforcement is out patrolling the road. Yes, I need your email. If you put it in later, I will check it after this goes off, and I will email you back. And then we'll start a correspondence. We'll do a Zoom meet. We'll do all that. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your email in, and I promise I will get back with you. So put it in there, and I will email you. So New Jersey has some unique situations. We have to check into that. I have about 5 minutes with you guys. Idaho experiences the most significant increase in car fatalities, 27%. So people are probably speeding in Idaho, driving at night, under the influence. Wyoming's experienced the largest decrease in fatalities. Wyoming probably has a smaller population. What are the 3 safest states? Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York. 3 safest states. And considering New York is a very populated area. Who are the riskiest drivers? We've kind of talked about this. Findings conclude that the millennials tend to be worse drivers than both their younger and older counterparts. The second worst drivers, according to age group, are people between 35 and 44. They think they know everything. As a result, they go too fast and crash. The analysis found that this group will be responsible for the second most alcohol-related crashes. Don't drink and drive. What car has 0 deaths? A few vehicles report 0 deaths. The BMW X3, the Lexus ES350, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, The Nissan Pathfinder. What are the safest cars? Very interesting. The Acura Integra, the Subaru Outback, Toyota Camry. It's no surprise. Those are safer vehicles. I'm not attacking American manufacturers. I'm just being real. We're going by safety. Toyota. Some foreign cars have, they're safer. What is the hardest city to drive in? Brussels, Belgium. We're here in the United States, but if I ever went to Brussels, what nationality has the most car crashes? It's the United States. Since we're one of the largest industrialized nations, we're going to have a lot more people driving. The United States is one of the biggest road networks in the world, also has the largest, highest rate of fatal crashes. No surprise there. Who causes more crashes? According to the Institute of Transportation and Engineering study, those driving 10 miles per hour slower than the prevailing speed are 6 times more likely to be involved in a crash. Whenever you look at my content, I always talk about all of you driving at the speed limit. If you're a beginning driver, new driver, less than 10 years of experience, you have to drive at the speed, S-P-E-E-D, limit, L-I-M-I-T. If you're driving below the speed limit, you're going to cause a crash. I'll say it again. If you're driving below the speed limit, you're going to cause a crash. If you can't keep up with the flow of the traffic, get on the main road. Do not go on the expressway. Who is the first person to arrive at a four-way stop? According to Pennsylvania Department of Motor Vehicles, the first person to reach an intersection should move forward first. If you're not sure, you can give the person the right of way. What percentage of 85-year-olds still drive? Overall, 82% of men aged 70 or older were driving compared to the 55% of women. As expected, the prevalence of driving declined sharply with increase in age. So you want to take care of yourself, you want to eat good, you want to get your rest. Ladies and gentlemen, put your email in. I promise I will email you back. We'll talk, we'll do a Zoom call. I'm going to get some master driver's education classes together. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up. I have a podcast. It's called Driving with Myles, M-Y-L-E-S. It's on Spotify. I want to say thank you, and I will talk to you guys later today. Leave your email. Bye.